If you work at a desk, here's how to really fix low back pain. And if you know me, you know it has nothing to do with your posture. It has nothing to do with workplace ergonomics. It has nothing to do with whether you have a sit or a stand desk, and nothing to do with muscle imbalances, leg length inequality, alignment, or ergonomic chairs, or even lumbar support. Because the simple truth is, chronic low back pain and sciatica cannot be boiled down to a single muscle or posture or chair. We gotta think bigger. Real quick, I'm Dr. Anthony Davis, and I teach people with low back pain and sciatica how to reclaim the active life they love using a holistic, evidence-based approach to rehab. If you want to know more, watch the masterclass. The link is in the description. What are you waiting for? First up, let's address the elephant in the room. Sitting. Sitting is the new smoking, right? Wrong. Although we do see research showing that sitting all day does increase your chances of having chronic low back pain, it actually has nothing to do with sitting. It's not the posture of sitting that's the problem. Because when we look at the research on sitting desks versus standing desks, we find that people have about the same amount of low back pain. So it doesn't matter whether they're sitting or standing. If you do the same thing all day, you're going to have back pain. So the solution isn't just to stand the entire day. Trust me, you're going to get sore. It's hard to do that. I've tried. The solution is to have more variety. When your legs get tired, sit. And when you get bored of sitting, stand. So yes, I think that having a sit-stand desk is really helpful, but not because sitting or standing is good, but because you need to switch it up. There's a very stupid debate going on around what is the best posture for the spine. Theoretically, it should be neutral. Rounding your spine should theoretically be bad. That's why standing was supposed to be good. But it turns out standing and using your muscles to hold yourself upright all day makes them really, really tired and painful. Turns out there is no bad posture. Just a boogeyman we made up a long time ago based on no evidence. The best posture is a moving posture. Stand when you're sick of sitting, and sit when you're sick of standing. I even do this weird thing sometimes where I scooch my chair off to one side so I can kneel on the ground with my hip propped up at my desk. This just feels better to me sometimes. And then of course I scoot it off to the other side and have a little bit of kneeling and work like this for a few minutes. Oh, and another one that I do at home is I'll sit cross-legged. Oh, and if you have a laptop, why not take that thing to the ground for a little while and work prone? A nice little back extension gets you in the opposite position than you're normally in, right? You're normally bent forward. This is nice to get some variety in through the spine. I can hang out here for a good 10 minutes and work. It's not going to last forever. My shoulders are going to get sore, but this way I can switch it up. So the first thing you need to do is just switch it up more often. The next thing that you should do to fix low back pain if you work at a desk all day is movement snack. This one's easy. Eventually, you're gonna have to get up from your desk. So you stand up. What did you just do? You just did a squat. So use that as a mental cue to do 10 more squats. Get those legs pumping. Get some blood flowing. Now, there are all kinds of movement snacks that you can do, and I made a video actually breaking down some of my favorite exercises that you can do at your desk. I'll link to that at the end of this video. But the point is, take frequent movement breaks. Get up, walk around the house or walk around the office. Walk up and down the stairs. Just move. You gotta shake it off. You've been sitting in the same position all day. Shake it off and move a little bit. My next suggestion is about implementation. I think we all understand that we need to move our bodies more often, but when you get into deep work, it's really hard to break that focus and remember that you need to go move. This is where technology like your smartphone or smartwatch are your friend. Any watch or phone can be programmed to either have alarms that just go off every hour or 20 minutes or whatever you want, however often you want. Or some of them just have regular built-in reminders for you to stand once in a while or take a breath once in a while to relieve stress. You can tell your technology to hold you accountable to doing the things you need to do. The next thing that you need to do is get regular exercise outside of work, because if you get strong in the gym or with running or whatever it is, if you get strong outside of work, then your body can physically handle the workload or the stress of sitting or standing all day in the same position. Now, of course, I'm not telling everybody that you have to lift heavy weights right away, but you should do what you can to become strong outside of work, because your body will be able to handle sitting or standing all day better if you're physically tough and resilient. And that, frankly, only comes from weightlifting. Start small, work your way up. Like squats here, right? You start with body weight and then eventually add weight. Even just 2 days a week in the gym is plenty to make your body strong and resilient. Now, the next thing that we need to acknowledge is that it's not all about the desk. It's not all about posture. It's not about sitting or standing or even moving. In fact, some of it isn't even about the body being physically strong through weightlifting. Although it's great, we need to address the mind. If you work in a high-stress work environment, or you're just stressed at home and you're bringing that with you throughout the day, what do you think stress is doing to your muscles? Stress is not just in your head. Stress lives in your body. And it's not some metaphysical thing. It's not some hippie thing, right? It's physical. Stress increases your blood pressure, your heart rate. It tightens up your muscles and makes your muscles overprotective, which makes them tired after a whole day of just clenching and holding on. And that makes them more painful. So you must manage stress as well. It's not all in the office. It's not all happening at the desk. So what does that mean? Well, the ugly truth is that you need to be willing to take a look at your work environment and stress and mental health. How is work? Do you even enjoy your job? Do you hate your boss? People who work in a high-stress work environment are almost 3 times more likely to have chronic low back pain and sciatica. So it has nothing to do with the desk. It has nothing to do with your posture. Your mental health is just as important, or perhaps more important. And again, the ugly truth is that sometimes that means if you cannot find a resolution to make your job better, or your relationships better, or the people, places, things that you surround yourself with, sometimes that means changing people, places, things, quitting your job, leaving a relationship, moving on, doing something different. If it's affecting you and leading to chronic pain, sometimes, although it's very difficult, the thing that's necessary is change. So today we've learned that if you work at a desk, your low back pain is not all about posture and alignment and ergonomics. In fact, it's way bigger than that. We want to get regular movement, move more often, both switching postures at your desk, but also and taking breaks, but also exercising outside of work so your body is strong and resilient. And we've also learned that it's not all about the physical body or your desk or anything like that. The context at work, your boss, your mental health, your stress, how things are going at home are going to affect your pain levels just as much. So we need to think bigger than the desk and the cubicle, and we need to think bigger than our office chairs, our posture, our ergonomics. Zoom out. How's life? How's stress? Are you managing it? Are you sleeping? Are you eating like shit? Because if you're doing those things, then you're not going to recover. So we need to exercise, move your body regularly, but also manage stress and anxiety and fear even of pain. All those things are going to lead to pain. So now that you know you should be moving your body more regularly, you might be wondering, what are a few exercises I can do from my desk? I've made a video showing you my favorites, the best exercises you can do at your desk, and one of them might literally save your life. So be sure to watch that video next on the best exercises you can do at your desk for low back pain and sciatica, and I'll see you there.